Dear Eve, and welcome to Sibyl Tarot. I just feel like doing a random reading here for, I don't know, well, just feel like there's a nice energy about today, and I did some love readings there yesterday and really enjoyed them, so I just feel like I need to do a reading, not for any sign or element in particular, just see what's going on. So in the recent past here we have the Seven of Water, and a complex decision needs to be, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. The Seven of Water is the Seven of Cups, so this could be to do with your emotions, how you feel towards, you know, a situation or a person or that, or it could be a number of people. There's decisions that need to be made, and you need to do a little bit of research and to stop procrastinating. So kind of just to get on with it. Sorry, I just need to clear my throat a bit early in the morning. So yeah, we'll just see what's in the future here, or in the present time I should say. Present time we have the Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. So events that occur with great speed, take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. So once again, it's talking about investigating. The Knight of Air is the Knight of Swords, and he is a person that, you know, carefully, you know, reviews his options, situation or that. So this could be you. Maybe at this time there's something coming in suddenly. Somebody could be bringing, you know, offering you something. And you need to kind of have, you know, to make a decision. With speed or action, or to take action with some speed, but you do need to have clarity. And I think this is what the Seven of Water here is. In the past, that there was no clarity there. It's probably disillusional stuff, or, you know, stuff that you weren't clear on. So in the future we have the Tree of Fire. I love this. Tree of Fire is the Tree of Wands, and it talks about abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. It's lovely. See the Tree of Fire there. So just delve into it a little bit more. I think we'll use the Tarot Illuminati. That deck that I just used there was the Angel Tarot cards. Still getting used to that deck. So what's this Seven of Water all about? Normally with the Seven of Cups, it's like being in the dark about something. But I feel in the recent past, this particular card, the Seven of Water, that there's, you know, something's getting a shiny light onto something here. We do have the Three of Cups in this card that's quite strong. Even though it is the Seven of Water, there is 7 cups here, but 3 of them are quite strong. And the Three of Cups talks about reconciliation. It can talk about gatherings of sorts, like, you know, a party or that. You can really see the Three of Cups in this image. So Three of Cups talks about a reunion. Could be a party, you know, some type of reunion. And as well, this Seven of Water is kind of, the image is shown the Four of Wands as well. You just see at the moment, and the Four of Wands is also, you know, talking about a gathering. People come together around at a table. So it's being clarified with the Princess of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Seven of Water. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So the Princess of Pentacles, so this is in your recent past. The Princess of Pentacles is about starting out on a new journey that's you know, creating something that, you know, Pentacles is all about money, so creating something that's sustainable, you know, that's solid. Yeah, and this Queen of Pentacles, you know, she has a handful of wheat in, you know, her hand, so she wants to you know, begin anew. Like she's planting, sowing a field of wheat, and the wheat, you know, will bring money to her. So I think she wants to, you know, to create something. But the Princess of Pentacles also talks about face-to-face communication with someone. And as well as that, she's walked by this blossom tree. I think it's a Japanese blossom tree, and it means about a relationship that she wants to flourish in some way. With the Four of Pentacles, it can talk about as well holding on, you know, to someone with your heart chakra or that, but also talks about, you know, when you create your money, you want to, you know, keep it, you want to save it, you want to invest your money into something, or you want to invest your time into something. And this is what the Princess of Pentacles is. She's starting out on something, but she wants to give, you know, to invest her time and energy into this, like it's a new fresh start. With the Three of Cups, though, in that Seven of Water there, it could be, you know, meeting someone face to face at a party or something like that, you know, at a gathering, because I see as well, but I can see the Four of Wands in the Seven of Water here, and, you know, at a party, or, you know, friends, especially friends rather than family, gathering around at a table, and you could meet this person and kind of, you know, they show an interest, or you show an interest in them. You find them very but like they're a very grounded person, or you're a very grounded person, and they're attracted to you. But we have here is the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords talks about communication, clear, concise communication. It talks about clarity of mind, and this is very, very good going forward with the Seven of Water, because the Seven of Water is about confusion, and the Ace of Swords now is cutting through that confusion and is giving you clarity of mind. It also, the Ace of Swords talks about, clearing out energies that no longer, serve you to your highest good, clearing out, could be physically clearing out stuff, within your home. We could do about paperwork with that, but it also talks about, clearing out energies as in people, in your life in the past, so that you can move forward, especially with the Seven of Water here. Once again, it's, you're looking at your options, but in the Seven of Water, because the 7 different cups, you could be looking at your different love options or whatever, but I feel that, you're cutting down your options now, or you have done in the past. So the Knight of Air, or someone has done this, this is just falling out here. So the Knight of Air is clarified with the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Princess of Wands. So the Knight of Air is talking about events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. And it's being clarified with the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups talks about, fulfillment in the love area. It does also talk about celebrations, so there could be somebody coming in here, to give you an invite to a celebration of sorts, a family celebration, or you could be even celebrating, a relationship here. But I feel that with the Wheel of Fortune, it's because now the timing is right, and we're talking about the present time. So, destiny's taking an interest in you. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in an upward direction, and whoever this is, so the Knight of Air is normally a Gemini energy, and this is the Gemini time. So we could be talking about the here and now at the moment. But also with the wheel, it talks about, fixed signs. So Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio and Leo is here. But I feel with the Wheel of Fortune, it's more so to do that you're fixated on this this offer that's coming towards you, or this party, or this reunion of sorts. And the Princess of Wands talks about passionate communication as well, and it also talks about having great great flair, or determination to do this. The Princess of Wands, like even though she's only learning, just like the Knight of Air, they kind of started out on their journey. They know what they want, but they kind of started out on the journey, but they're quite passionate about it. So it's like that you've got a clear head about something, you've got clarity of mind, and now that you're starting out at this time, taking the first steps towards it. And the Tree of Fire, I love this. The Tree of Fire is the tree of wands, but it's abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. So, Tree of Wands. Wow. Wasn't significant that. So we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Princess of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. So if this is to do with a relationship, I feel that there's two people, you know, coming together, or there's a couple here that are very, very compatible with each other, because they're both the King and the Queen of Swords. And there, it's very a lot of air energy, you know, it's all swords here. There's a lot of air energy, so you might be dealing with, you know, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or have very heavy Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in your chart. The Princess of Swords is kind of like the Knight of Air here, the Knight of Swords, because the Princess of Swords talks about direct communication coming in, you know, and this could be between these two people here, going forward. You know where you stand with this person, and vice versa. Also, you could be like that with, you know, doing some research on, you know, on each other. And the Knight of Air talks about research as well, so does the Seven of Water. So in the present, or in the past and the present time, so research, it's kind of like as well, you know, looking them up on social media or that, checking them out or whatever. But there is direct communication coming in here, or, you know, or even more communication going ahead, you know, in the future. But I think, you know, in the past there was, you might have, you know, dealt with this person in the past or whatever, but it was very you didn't know where you stood with them, because the Seven of Water, you know, there's illusions, you know, and maybe there was, you know, on either side of there could have been, you know, other options. Someone could have had other options there. But going forward, feel with the Knight of Air now, you know, one of yous have or both have got clarity of mind with the Ace of Swords, and you've done a little bit more research about this person, or, you know, you wanted to investigate a little bit more, and now it's coming that the timing is right for it. But, you know, it's definitely, you know, a partnership, a union coming together with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Queen of Swords for me is Libra energy, and the King is Aquarian energy. There's a lot of butterflies in this card here, you know, in both cards, and it just talks about transformation. So there could be transformation within a relationship, or transformation of how you see each other. I feel with the King of Swords here, he's a little bit closed off. You know, he's protecting his heart. The Queen of Swords here, they always say with the Queen of Swords, you know, she can cut you off very quick, you know, but the Queen of Swords is more so an energy of this person has always, you know, has been through so much, you know, especially to do with relationships. They've had their heart broke, so they're very choosy as to who comes towards them, and the only reason for that is because they just don't want their heart broken again. So they're quite wise, and, you know, in the choices that they make, to do with relationships. It's not that they're cold or detached, and the King of Swords as well can be very cold and detached, but once you get to know him, he's usually quite loving. The King of Swords as well, you know, kind of likes to depend on his partner for one reason or another, you know, but always treats his partner as an equal, you know. So this is lovely. I'm just going to take some more and go back onto this Seven of Water. Let's see. See what I think the Four of Pentacles, you know, we'll just see what the Four of Pentacles is about. Maybe not. Probably going to get a little bit more information with this deck here. More about the Seven of Water. Yep. So in the past we have to do with the Seven of Water, and we have an Aquarian card is the Star. We also have the Nine of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles again, and we have the Five of Wands. So the Star card talks about a lifetime wish coming true for someone, but I feel that somebody's, you know, looking towards the Star, and this could be, you know, either yourself, you know, or the other person's looking towards you know, their wish, you know, their wish fulfillment. But I feel they may have their heads wrecked, because I feel that they've had their defences up. This is in the past now. They've had their defences up, and they're looking over, you know, at this person, but this person is doing their own thing, you know. This person is actually trying to manifest you know, abundance coming into their life, and abundance is coming into their life here, because they're blending the water and the earth. They're kind of making their own way in life, and they're getting on with it, and this person as well is also can show a lot of vulnerability towards someone. So, you know, if they're in a relationship with that, they're very open, and they're not afraid to show, you know, love or, you know, such like that. But with this Nine of Wands, this person is looking over at this and feels a little bit wounded, you know. It's the warrior, and they do have, you know, their defences up, but they're holding on to one wand. They have one wand of passion, and I think it's for this person here. But this is in the past. Maybe with the Four of Pentacles, that they were closed off emotionally, and as well the Four of Pentacles talk about, you know, not valuing something, you know, that you once had, you know. And I feel that this might be this energy here. Yeah, I feel that, you know, I feel that this, you know, this energy that they were closed off, and this was probably down to with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands always talks about competition. So they could have been, you know, their heart chakra could have been closed, or that, or they could have been even just more interested in making money, you know. They probably were a bit of a miser with their money. They may have made a lot of money out from their hometown, you know, away from their hometown, and they were concentrating on this, you know, a lot. But I feel whoever it is, they're looking back, you know, at this star card. But this is definitely a different energy. The star is a different energy towards these 3 cards here. We're talking about 2 different people there. And the star, the person that, you know, that's the star, they've been through a lot as well. Because before the star, they would have had dealt with a terror moment in their life and a devil energy. But the star comes after these 2 cards, and it talks about great healing. So this person with the star may have had some type of healing, some type, you know, could be even counselling of sort or that. But they've gotten over, you know, a traumatic time in their life. And this is, definitely take that one because it flew out. Yeah, I feel because in the 9 of Wands, this person's looking back on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could suggest about, you know, this person went through a lot, you know, throughout 5 months. Maybe not so much in the last 5 months, but or 5 years of their life, you know. So here with the 9 of Air, anything more with the 9 of Air. And once again, there's another 5 here, the 5 of Wands. So the 2 energies could have been, you know, dealing with different things in the last 5 months to 5 years, dealing with their own karma as such. So in this present time, under the Knight of Air, we have as the 6 of Cups. We have the King of Cups. It's definitely, you know, to do with a relationship. The Ace of Swords and the Knight of Cups. And the 6 of Cups energy talks about, you know, a soulmate. Someone that you might have lived past lives with. But when you say that someone you might have lived past lives, it could be that, you know, you were in a relationship with them beforehand, or it could be somebody coming back from your past that you used to know, or that, you know, you used to fancy. With the King of Cups here, it's a scorpionic energy, and this person loves this male. And when I say male, masculine energy, loves very deeply. You know, they really when they love, they love very deeply. But the only thing about with the King of Cups, they find it very, very hard to communicate, you know, their love towards somebody. It's not they just can't express it for whatever reason. A lot say with the King of Cups that, you know, they even find it hard to express their love towards their own children, you know. And probably, you know, for some that they might come a little bit more expressive, you know, when they have a couple of drinks on them, you know, that way they might, you know, open up. But they do deeply love, you know, but they find it very hard to communicate. But here we have is the Ace of Swords. Once again, we have the Ace of Swords here. So there is clarity coming. There is, I feel that, you know, there's healing as well. Healing with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about new beginnings in your health, you know, and the Ace of Swords is also talking about your mind, your thoughts. So, you know, you could be, you know, healing the way that you think, you know, and also talking about healing the way you communicate, you know, that maybe before that it wasn't, you know, there was no clarity about expressing, you know, your emotions or whatever, you know, how, you know, people perceived you, that, you know, it was quite, you know, muddled, that you didn't have feelings for them. But this Ace of Swords now is that you would be able to communicate a lot more clear. And with the Knight of Cups, I feel that this is, the Knight of Cups is, you know, a soulmate energy. So I feel that with the Knight of Air here, there's someone coming in that's going to give, you know, clear communication. With the Knight of Air, it's fast communication. But with the Ace of Swords, and he's holding an Ace of Swords, and it's nearly like a wand. It's coloured that he want, you know, is a passionate new beginning. But the Ace of Swords that he's carrying, so he's going to bring truth and clarity into this situation. There could be even some type of proposal here for someone, I feel, because I feel this is for some, the proposal, because this knight is offering, you see here, this knight is offering his cup. And the Ten of Cups often talks about marriage, or not even so like, but a commitment. Doesn't have to be marriage within a church, but, you know, a declaration of love, as they say. Bill, this is, you know, in the present time. You see here with the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups, you know, especially here with the Six of Cups, there's childlike energies here. So you feel like you've known this person, you know, all your life, even though you may have only met them or that, but that this just, you know, talks about that when you're together, you just have a lot of fun together. There's childlike innocence about just, you know, within the relationship and that, and it talks about, you know, the inner child as well. You know, the Ten of Cups, the Six to the Ten of Cups, you know, there's alignment here. You know, when two people get together, you know, their chakras are open to true love, because it start, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It starts with it's called, you know, some people call it the Kundalini effect. In, you know, in the Catholic religion, it's called, you know, the Holy Spirit or whatever. But it's like a divine union coming together. And the reason why that they come together, because they have lived past lives and they've already, you know, written out contracts before they came to this life. And normally there is an age gap between these two energies, but the reason as to why they come together, it's to do with, you know, spirituality. You know, it's to do with God, and they come together to do a mission, rather than, you know, as, you know, a romantic, you know, story. It's more so to do with a mission that has to be, you know, that these two energies come together to carry out a mission, and it's usually to do for the better good of, you know, of Earth or of the world or whatever, of the community, you know. Like, just have a look now. So there may have been a lot of similarities, even though the two energies could be totally different. There could have been a lot of similarities that they recognised in each other. You know, a lot of beliefs, not even so much beliefs, but you know how they it's lovely how they mirror each other, or how they connect to each other. They could really, you know, finish each other's sentences, as well as that they have similar experiences but in different situations. This is lovely now. Too many. Just need one more card. Yeah, I feel that when these two people do get together, you know, even if it's in the past or that, or you know, it's in the present. It's saying about, you know, destiny, the timing is right now in the present. But I feel that if they've got together in the past, it's like they get re-energized. Do you know what I mean? When they meet, and that could always happen with you know, the Kundalini experience or whatever like that. You can really, you know, leave this person and, you know, feel that you can, you know, take on the world, conquer the world, or, you know, such like that. Or, you know, good things come to you when you have a meeting with this person, or, you know, you have a union of something, that good things start, you know, to turn about in your life. Do you know that way? So you probably feel this person can be, you know, very lucky for you. Yeah. So just, we have here is the Tower underneath the deck, and the Tower can talk about sudden change. So this could be going forward. Do you know, there could be something suddenly going to happen in the future. But we do have lovely things here. So what you call, we have in the future, we have the Two of Cups. So it's two people coming together, you know, in love, or friendship, or whatever, you know, the relationship is very healing, because we had the Contusis here, and this also talks about this Kundalini experience through your chakras, so that for both. It's definitely, it's a soul card, soul connection. We also have here is the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups talks about fulfillment in love, new beginnings in the love area. It talks about, you know, having this person could have gave you a different perception, you know, of yourself, made you, you know, realize your self-worth, because the Ace of Cups starts with fulfillment, love within, you know. So but it also talks about, you know, it could be a new, you know, a new relationship in the future coming towards you, or it could be a renewal of a relationship that was in the past. And there's, you know, great harmony, great love, great abundance, you know, and it's a gift from God, because there's the hand of God offering you this gift of love, you know. But also we have is the Hermit, and the Hermit talks about it can talk about going within, healing within. So I feel if this is a renewal of a relationship that you may have been single for a very long time, and you have gone within to do the healing for you, you know, to reconnect, or you know, to realize your own value, and yeah, and maybe, you know, that you realize, because at the back here, if you have met this person already, that, you know, they are, you know, this is the star, this is the healing card, and here's the star in the lantern. So you went inwards to find that this person is, you know, your divine counterpart, as they say. It's really lovely, especially with these last three cards. This all, you know, it's, these three cards are, you know, it's talk about healing in a relationship. It talks about healing, you know, within. You know, the Hermit card is also, you know, talks about healing within, and then God is giving you the gift of healing, or whoever it is, you know. And I feel that this could be, you know, coming in the future, a realization of this with the Tower card. You know, but the Tower also talks about breaking down, you know, a building because it wasn't built on solid foundation, you know, and it's just giving you the chance to rebuild again. Now, whether that is, you know, to rebuild your life, you know, from scratch, or whatever, you know, or to rebuild it with this, you know, other person, which I feel, because, you know, you have here is a match, the King and the Queen of Swords, and the present time you have this divine time, that the timing is, you know, it's right now. Maybe it wasn't right, there was a lot of confusion in the past, you know, and it's just, you know, as well, just about this past here, because there's a lot of confusion, you know, in your mind or whatever, that, you know, it just took a while, you know, to get through all these different, you know, energies, because they were quite difficult energies with the, you know, the Four of Pentacles. I think is quite difficult. The two of you had the Four of Pentacles here, that you were holding a, closing your heart chakra here, you know, not being open. And Wands, you know, they're kind of, Wands are, you know, they do talk about passion, but the Five and the Nine of Wands are not really. They're more so that, you know, you're a bit worn out with it. But I feel, you know, at this present time, that there's, you know, a kind of a fresh energy coming in, and there's more, you know, cups here. There's more emotions, which there's no cups here at all. There was no emotion except for the Seven of Water, the Seven of Cups, but that's actually feeling confused about, you know, cups. But coming in here, there's a lot more cups, there's a lot more emotion, and there's clarity as well. There's new beginnings with the Wand. And then in the future we have the Three of Wands, like the Tree of Fire. So and, you know, that's looking out onto your horizon, you know, looking out, you know, the world that you face now, you know, what it is that you want to manifest in your life, you know. But I think for both people that there's more clarity as to what they want, and there is definitely going to be, whether they're together or single, there's definitely going to be transformation, you know, a lot of transformation happening in their lives, you know, their lives are going to change. And this could be actually talking about a time here, which is the Virgo time, you know, August, September, that they could see how much their lives have changed, you know, from the past. But I can tell you the different star signs that are on this table here. So we have Aquarius, we have Scorpio and Pisces, we have Scorpio again, and we have Virgo. We also have the King and the Queen of Swords, which is air energy. So it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and then the elements that we have on, we have all the 4 elements, I think. We have fire, we have earth, not so much earth now, but we have a lot of fire, which is a lot of passion. We have a lot of swords, and we have a lot of cups, you know. Yeah, more so water, air and fire. Alright, I do hope you liked the reading. If you do, please like, share and leave a comment. Subscribe. Thanks, bye.